The number one most important thing that you must learn and master as a man, that will keep you from getting killed. And that one thing is getting control of your emotions. Okay? Your emotions should never be controlling you or making decisions for you or influencing you to do something that you will regret later. Okay, which our emotions often do. This is why you cannot trust your emotions, right? Emotions, just by nature, are evil. Okay, emotions. I think it's somewhere in the Bible where it says, like Satan uses emotions to control you. And you have to, you have to be aware of that. Is that your emotions will trick you? Okay, many times they are not your friend. And I will do a separate coaching video more on emotions in the future, and just how emotions are evil, and not to confuse emotions with compassion or empathy for the other people. Just, because I'm telling you to control your emotions, I'm not saying don't have compassion or empathy for other people. These are two separate things, right? Having, empathy and compassion for others or animals or whatnot, it doesn't really require emotions, believe it or not, right? However, there is nothing good that will ever come from you allowing your emotions to control you. Okay, as you see many guys do, who end up getting killed or end up getting into situations that end badly for them, or situations where they end up going to jail or in prison because they acted out of their emotions. They got triggered by what somebody else was doing and they acted out in the moment, weren't thinking, and next thing you know, boom, the guy is being arrested, right? You see these things happen all the time. If you think back on all the dumb decisions that you've ever made in your life, were they driven by rational thought, logic, common sense, patience? No. They were driven by your emotions and your feelings and being in the moment, right? So understand that when you don't have control of your emotions, you put your life at risk, right? You really do put your life at risk, because you will be in situations in life, because there are other humans on this planet outside of yourself, outside of me, that, for whatever reason, will be acting like an idiot that day. Does it mean they're always acting like an idiot? Who knows? Maybe, or maybe not, right? Maybe it's just in that moment, and they happen to cross your path, and they catch you on, on the wrong day where you're having a bad day. You're dealing with a lot of stress. I might have a lot going on in your life, and then you're like, what's up with this dude? And then you will let your emotions start escalating, right? And you start manufacturing these things in your head, because that's where a lot of these things start, is in your head. You think of guys who are very over emotional, right? These are dudes who are not living in reality. They're living inside their heads, right? Their minds. They're constantly creating these scenarios in their head that really are not based on any facts or anything like that. And that's a thing you have to understand about emotions as well, is it's almost never based on anything that's really factual, because you could be feeling, one way 1 minute, and then 5-10 minutes later you feel a totally different way, because that's how your emotions play on you, right? They play on your inability to control it, right? I was just watching this thing on YouTube. This news story kept popping up of this mom who got into this road rage incident on the Glendale Freeway, not far away from Sherman Oaks, where I was living. And it was this mom with her kid in the back, and then there was this 21-year-old kid with his girlfriend, and they were on the side of her. I think she might have been driving in the left lane a bit slow, and don't stay in the left lane, FYI, if you're going to drive slow. That's a passing lane, and they're starting to give out tickets for that too if you drive slow in the left lane. So I think she was driving slow in the left lane, and the 21-year-old kid behind her got impatient, went around her, cut her off or something. She gets triggered by that. She goes over to the right side. They start getting into it, and she has her child in the car. She has her infant child in the back seat. The right thing to do to keep everyone safe is to let your foot off the gas, let the guy go, right? Don't even wave him off, let him go, let him pass you by, maybe even just get off on the next exit, okay? Because you don't know who you're dealing with, right? And this kid, like, I think it would have been over if she just let it go, but no, instead she goes up, like side to side next to him, rolls down her window and gives him the finger. Right? I'm so against doing that, by the way. I never give people the finger in traffic. I don't like doing it. I think it's very childish. I think it's really immature. I think it just says a lot about you. And I don't want to live in other people's reality where I'm being triggered, I'm going to give them the finger. I just think it's silly. So I don't do it. Plus, it really escalates things, right? It really escalates, like, the road rage. And it gets tempers flaring. So she gives this guy the finger. And, man, so many people look at this car. So she gives this guy the finger. And he reacts, right? Because he's a 21-year-old kid. He hasn't gotten control of his emotions yet. He saw her. She's flipping him off. And he's like, oh, yeah? And he pulls out a gun and he had under his seat. And he puts his window down. And he doesn't shoot at her, but he shoots at her back window to scare her, right? Because he's thinking, I'm not going to try to kill her, but I'm going to shoot at the back window to try to scare her. So he shoots at the back window, not knowing that there was her infant child sitting back there, like in a car seat. And the child got hit. The child died. She lost her kid. Make a long story short, the 21-year-old kid ends up going to prison for the next 35 years to life, whatever it is. Yeah, I mean, the guy's not going to get out until he's like my age, right? He's a 21-year-old kid. He's going to miss pretty much all of his youth. And for the woman, she lost her child, right? Two parties ruined their lives. Why? Because they let their emotions get the best of them. And it's not just them. You see this happening every day, all the time. Because people cannot control their emotions, right? These are adults. And she was a mom. The thing is, she's a mom. She's a 45-year-old mom and a school teacher. Lady, you should know better, okay? You should know better. Yeah, he's totally in the wrong for whipping out a gun and, all that. I mean, that's crazy. I even at 21, I would never have thought to do something like that. That's just dangerous and crazy. And yeah, he should be held liable for that, right? However, she did not help by escalating it by giving this guy the bird out the window, right? I mean, there are times where you just have to, just be the bigger person and rise above it and let it go. Don't let your ego, put you in this protection mode where you feel like you need to, I need to protect my ego, because that's just insecurity, right? I mean, I'm a grown man, things like that happen all the time. And I'm just like, dude, you clearly have too much time in your hands. Yeah, go for it, man. I would just been like, yeah, let the guy go. Or if I was driving in the left lane, I would just move over and I would understand if he was upset, because I was driving in the left lane like probably 55 miles an hour when everybody needs to get by. It's really selfish and inconsiderate. So I wouldn't say anything. I'd be like, okay, got me. I'm in the wrong here. However, yeah, she escalated it by giving him the bird, and now she lost her child, and now that kid is going to jail for pretty much most of his life. So it's just a sad situation. But again, events like this happen all the time. I mean, I've been in situations where I told you guys one time I was in the marina, leaving a venue there. I was walking back to my car with my wing. It's a nice area. I remember I was like walking, I saw this dude ahead of me. He was also in the venue, looked like a really nice guy. He was ahead, just walking with a couple of his friends, going back to his car, and then some jackass comes out of nowhere, walking towards our way, and then he goes to the guy, nice shirt. What did he say? Your shirt's too tight, bro. Something like that. I don't know. He made a comment. Your shirt's gay or something like that. Doesn't know the guy, whatever. He probably looked at this guy as I did in the club. He looked harmless. He just didn't. Yeah, he did. I mean, he looked like a cool guy. And next thing you know, the dude walks by after he gets his little 2-second dirty high from his comment, walks by both of us, and then the guy turns around, walks by me and my wing, goes back that way. I was thinking he was gonna punch him. turns around, he stabs him in the neck. I'm like, wow, man. I mean, this is what I mean. You know, it's just like, yeah, that's very excessive, right? But again, he's not in his control of his emotions, and the other guy is just stupid, right? I mean, I've often said too, if you want to stay alive, mind your own business, right? If you don't want to get killed in life, mind your own business. Don't provoke anyone. Don't talk smack to people you don't know, because you never know what they're gonna do. You never know what kind of day they're having. You never know if they're crazy, right? You just never know who you're dealing with. If you value your life and you'd like to stay alive, mind your business, right? I've seen people like just do dumb things where I think I was in Burbank or something. This guy was like eating at a Wendy's, like putting his trash. I'm sure he was going to throw it away, but he had his door open. He was taking his trash out, and and there was a trash can nearby. I mean, I wasn't even thinking twice about it. I was too busy inside eating. And then some like liberal type dude like stops and looks over at him and then tells him like, hey man, you better pick that up. And the guy's like, what? And he was like, you better go pick that up, put it in trash. And the next thing you know, I mean, the guy doesn't even know him. He's playing garbage man here. The guy goes, hold on. He gets up and he goes to the window and just punches the dude in the face, punches his lights out. And I'm like, dude just got punched in the face for telling this other man to go put his trash away. It's like, dude, it's not up to you to police the world, right? There are people, there are cops. Call the cops on the guy. But however, in most malls, including that mall, there's a guy who comes by every single night, a Hispanic guy with a big truck and a big, large portable vacuum, and they pick up all the trash regardless. So even if he did leave it there, it would get picked up. I mean, that place is clean as a whistle every day. The Burbank Empire Center in Burbank, California. But this guy, he could have gotten killed. The guy could have done the same to him, like shot him or stabbed him in the face. Like, dude, just mind your own business. It always just boggles my mind when people, stick their nose in where it doesn't belong, right? It's like, yeah, sure, maybe this guy might be doing something wrong, but that's why you have cops. Make a phone call if it bothers you that much, right? Hey, police officer, I know you guys are busy handling murderers and carjackers, but there's a guy putting trash outside of his car by the Wendy's. Can you come by? I mean, if you're that petty, then yeah, go call the cops. But as I always teach you guys, man, you could judge the success of a man by the things that bother him, right? But I don't get involved in things like that. When I see something going down, if it looks like somebody's being harmed, I would just pick up the phone and call the proper people. Because I want to stay alive, right? Because you don't know what's going on in that situation. You don't know who's wrong, who's right, who's the good guy, who's the bad guy. You just don't know. You just don't know, right? But I mean, it all boils back to getting control over your emotional state, right? Just not reacting to what everyone else is doing. Mind your own business, right? Take care of your own yard before you start looking at your neighbor's yard and go, yeah, you need to trim those hedges. Yeah, that tree's a little too long. Oh yeah, the grass, when are you gonna cut that grass? Right? You gotta look at your own yard first. Like, oh man, I need to do some landscaping in my yard. Oh my gosh, yeah, this fence is coming down. Maybe I need to fix this fence. So that is how you will stay alive, gentlemen, is getting control over your emotional state and also minding your own business, right? Don't provoke people. Don't start things with people. Don't escalate, giving people the bird. I mean, and a lot of times because somebody is acting out emotionally, it will trigger you to also act out emotionally. But that is good training for you. Now that you're watching this coaching video, that is good training for you to exercise self-control. Am I going to let myself get pulled into this lower value person's world? Is my reality so weak that I'm getting sucked into theirs? No, my reality is stronger, right? My reality is stronger. My reality says, this isn't a big deal. This person's overreacting. Have a nice day, right? You'll stay alive. And two, you have bigger fish to fry, especially if you're still on your grind, still trying to achieve your goals, still on your path and purpose, which is most of us, me included. There are bigger goals I want to achieve. Now that I've achieved most of my goals, I want to achieve more, and I've got bigger fish to fry, just like you do. And I can't be diverting my energy towards these petty situations that happen to everybody every single day. In the moment it feels like it's just happening to you, but no, it happens to everybody. I mean, it goes on everywhere, and you can't let it affect how you act or how you respond, or change who you are, or turn you into this monster or something you're not, right? Where you whip out a gun or a knife and you do something that will get you in a lot of trouble or get you killed. But with that said, gentlemen, drop your comments below. Let me know what you think of tonight's coaching video. Anything you'd like to add, anything you'd like to share, please drop them in the comments below. And if you got value out of it, let me know. I'll see you in the comments. Until next time, this is Matt Cross from AlphaMaleSecrets, signing out here with my Lamborghini. Just got this car, very excited about it. We're gonna be featuring it a lot more here on the channel in the next coming months, the next coming years. Gonna be keeping this for a little while. I still have my DeLorean, by the way. So not selling the DeLorean, but gonna be enjoying this car for a little while here. And if you wanna see the process of me purchasing this car, just go to my Instagram, my IG, at MattCrossOfficial. Follow me on there. Been posting a lot of videos about this car. I was working on this deal for over 2 months. Finally got it closed. I was on a hunt for this car, looking for this car for over 2 years, trying to find one in Rossa Festo Red, which is the color of this vehicle. Rossa Festo Red is probably hands down one of the rarest colors for the Lamborghini. It's also a $14,880 option. So it's a pretty rare find, and it's a fully loaded vehicle. But I'm gonna do a full review on the car here on my channel pretty soon, if it's not up already. So yeah, follow me at MattCrossOfficial. The same guy who delivered my DeLorean also delivered the Lamborghini. His name is TJ at Florida Exotic Transport. If you happen to purchase a muscle car, collector car, exotic car, he's your man for delivery. Funny enough, I bought this car also sight unseen, like I did my DeLorean. Just when you get these deals, you just have to jump on it, right? You just have to jump on it, man. But as always, gentlemen, don't forget to smash that like button, smash the subscribe button, and smash that notification bell as well, so you're notified whenever I release a brand new coaching video here on the YouTube. More importantly, guys, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. Helps me out a ton when you guys actually subscribe to the channel and you just don't take off on me. So subscribe to the channel, helps me out with the YouTube algorithm. And for you guys who want to support my work and all of this insane red pill, gold pill, platinum pill content that I'm teaching you here on my channel, best way to do that is becoming basically a subscriber of my premium AlphaMaleSecrets channel. Right now, it's only $1 for the entire first month of premium AlphaMaleSecrets content from me. So take advantage of it. All you need to do is click the link below in my description box. It will take you over to my website where you can get signed up right now. Just say 2 seconds. So do that now, and I'll see you in my next coaching video. I'm out. Woo! So sweet.